So welcome to the ICT Enhanced Teaching and Learning session. Initially, this session was planned to have 3 papers. Unfortunately, Isabel Tarling canceled her presentation here because her mother passed away, unfortunately, I think a couple of days ago. And then we have a problem with the second speaker, but now we will try to see whether so the first paper which should be presented now is Optimizing Zoom Application for Virtual Research Presentation, Awareness and Experience of Researchers in Nigerian Library School. And here we have 2 authors, Halimah Amuda and Yusuf Ayani. I noticed that Yusuf Ayani was in the call a couple of minutes ago. So Halimah and Yusuf, can you raise your hand if you're in the list of the attendees that we can try once again to promote you to be a panelist, or at least to allow you to speak? If you're not here at the moment, I suggest to go further and to give you the floor to the next speaker, which will be Taiwo Ogunjobi. Okay, then we will start with the next speaker. And we'll come back in the case, oh yeah, we have one raised hand. But it's also the speaker for the second one. Okay, Kolawole, I'm also going to promote you to be the panelist. The next paper which will be presented is the IBADAN School Library Digital Resource System, the long-awaited solution for Nigerian schools' development of school library digital resources system in Nigeria. The authors are Taiwo Ogunjobi and Kolawole Aramide. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and you can start sharing your screen while I'm reading a couple of basic information from your biography. So I suppose Taiwo is going to present this paper. And Taiwo holds a PhD, Master and Bachelor degree in Library and Information Studies from the University of IBADAN. She's a librarian and head of department in Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria and currently visiting scholar at the University Department of School Library and Media Technology. Her research interest is ICT usage in librarianship, so she's a perfect speaker then for this conference. And also social media use and school librarianship. So please start, and you have at least 10 minutes. In the case we don't have the next speaker, you can even a little bit more delay your presentation. We can't hear you. Neither we can't see you. So I send you the request. Oh no, Kolawole is actually sharing the screen. So Kolawole, are you going to present actually? I sent you the request to share to unmute yourself, which is necessary, and also to turn on the camera. If you think that your internet connection is not stable enough, you can turn off your camera, of course.
I've done it. Can you see the slides?
Yes, I can see your slides, and I can see you, and I can hear you very well. And sorry because I didn't introduce you. I'm not sure I have your biography, but you can introduce you briefly.
Never mind. Well, my name is Kolawole Aramide. I'm the acting head of Department of School Library and Media Technology, University of IBADAN in Nigeria. Yeah, thank you very much. Let me quickly run down this presentation. The title is IBADAN School Library Digital Resource System, the long-awaited solution for Nigerian schools. Yeah, there has been issues with having a library system that would suit the purpose of the school sector in Nigeria. When I talk about the school sector, now I'm talking about the basic and post-basic, the ones you call K1 to K12, and then before now in the 90s, early 2000s, there have been software that have been introduced into Nigerian system, but majorly most of them focused on the tertiary institutions. So this has been a very serious challenge for the school system, especially in this era of digital, in the digital era. And so, well, as a department, we started researching and trying to find out the solution to this problem. We were looking for a system that will be user-friendly and that will be attractive to our students, that will make the students in the schools, in the basic and post-basic schools sector, to be able to really have access to whatever they need, and then be able to enjoy using the library, whether within the library or outside the library. So that's what we had interaction with several partners, vendors, and so many other people that we felt that they can help. But then there was no solution until 2015. Now, the major issue that we have with other people was that the people that usually come up with software, they are basically programmers or computer sciences. They don't really have the input of the librarian. So we now decided that at this time around, we are looking for a technical partner, somebody that can work with us, and then we can come up with something that we know will be suitable for us within our local context. And that's when the journey started in 2015. We had Kolawole resources that came in to work with us. And so we have a developmental committee that was set up in that year, June 2015. I was part of the committee, and then we started the journey. And then we Kolawole presented RFP, we looked at it, we went away, gave them some insights into what we actually wanted. They came for the first demonstration, then they came for the second demonstration, and then they came for the third demonstration in November 2018. The previous demonstration we had to look at it and see that it's not perfectly fit for what we actually wanted. We want a complete shop, a very an all-encompassing system, a complete stop shop that our students will be able to do whatever they want to do, that can serve as a form of to have a platform for them to interact with teachers, like Google Classroom, and then we are looking for something where they are going to have access to e-resources, and also that will also give us the librarian to be able to do our in-house operation. So at the third demonstration, we were satisfied with what we eventually came up with. So the system was deployed in June 2020, and at that time we had a 3-day training, and so we had what we call a 3-in-1 electronic library server system that comprises the ILMS for librarian. This is integrated library management software. We have the users platform, that is for the users, and we have the LMS. The LMS is like a classroom for the users of the library to engage with teachers, have assignments, and then so that is what we eventually came up. And each of those modules have several things encompass the need so that the students and the users, teachers can have an interesting interaction and enjoy it. And we make sure that we have a user-friendly platform that is not cumbersome, that any student, no matter the age, because we are dealing with students from the age 6, can easily interact with.
Kolawole, please, can you conclude your presentation in 1 minute, please?
So that is we have the users, we have 9 modules, and those modules are several things, like you will see in my presentation. It has 9 modules, and then each of those modules has several things, pictures, simulations, that will make it very interesting. Thank you very much, and I'm happy for this privilege and the opportunity. Thanks.
Thank you, Kolawole, very much, and I'm really happy to see that you have a progress with this integrated solution. So if you have any question for Kolawole Aramide, please do not hesitate to post that question in Q&A or write in the chat, or maybe to contact directly Kolawole or Taiwo Ogunjobi. So, and Kolawole, thank you very much once again for being the part of this conference. Now I'm going to introduce the next presentation, which officially was arranged for the beginning of this session, but now it's moved due to some technical problems. It's optimizing Zoom application for virtual research presentation, awareness and experience of researchers in Nigerian library school. It's going to be presented by Yusuf Ayani, who is a researcher librarian who has worked closely with various library schools and different non-governmental organizations in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Ayani Yusuf acquired his postgraduate diploma in education from the National Teacher Institute and also had his master's degree in the Department of Library and Information Science at University of Ilorin. So I hope, it seems as we have a problem again because Yusuf disappeared again. Let's see whether he will appear again in a minute or not. It seems as the internet connection is not stable enough for him. Yusuf, you are back. I see that you're unmuted, so I suppose I can hear you. I suggest you not to turn off your camera because it seems as...
Good morning. Good morning. I'm not sure. There's a misconception. It should be Amuda Halima Odunwayo that should be presenting it. So I only joined the platform in order to be part of the panelists. So I'm not aware of my presentation. So I'm not prepared for that. So possibly she should be online by now. Let's see if I can get her ready.
Yeah, please ask her if you have some direct contact with her, whether she can join us.
Okay.
Yeah, Halima Hamouda is with us. Let me try to promote to be a panelist.
Okay, let me see. Let me find a way to get back to her. Okay, just give me a few moments.
Okay, thank you. Halima, can you hear us? So I can see Halima Hamouda in the list of the panelists, and I'm trying to unmute, to send a request for unmuting.
She should be joining you. She's online. She's chatting you currently.
I can see her, as I said, in the list of the panelists, but I'm not sure whether she can hear us.
I think she's online. Halima Hamouda.
Yeah, she is.
So maybe you should unmute her so that she can introduce herself.
I'm trying to unmute her, but without success. So Halimah, can you hear us? No, unfortunately, without success. Okay, so we have in Q&A 2 questions for Kolawole. I suggest, because we have 3 minutes more for this session, to give the opportunity to Kolawole to respond to these questions live, if he wants, of course. So Kolawole, can you see the questions, and are you willing maybe to respond to that live? There is a Q&A box.
Yes, I see. It's very interesting. I assume there should be a comparative act between schools and government. How did they do that? Well, our department is the Department of School Library and Media Technology, and then we are working in collaboration with government. We have an association under us, Nigerian School Library Association, that is in the Association for all school librarians. So we are the hub for recommending the necessary tools and systems and standards for schools in Nigeria, in collaboration with other government agencies like the Federal Ministry of Education, like the NERDC, that is in charge of curriculum. And so we collaborate with government, some of these things. For instance, this system that we just came up with, we have written to government, state governments, that this system is now ready. If not for COVID-19, perhaps maybe we would have gone through some states to go and launch and deploy the system. But unfortunately, COVID-19, Nigeria is still not settled. The university sector is still battling with some little challenges here and there. So hopefully, we are hoping that by next year, we should be able to move to into the schools to go and then to go and deploy this system. But we have written, government is aware that this system is already with us. So it's now, they are now waiting for a response from them. We wrote to them so that when they will ask us to come and deploy the system and train them together with our technical partners. And then I want to ask Kolawole, how this system of digital resources in IBADAN help to improve?
Sorry, Kolawole. So Halimah is now with us. So can you respond to that question from Shmuel Yerusalmi in textual mode? There is the button type answer. Please just type your answer to the.
Okay, thank you.
And I would like to give the opportunity to Halimah also to present her paper at least in 5 minutes. So Halimah, unfortunately, we are now short in time. So can you a little bit speed up your presentation and try to present it in 5 minutes? Thank you. We can see your slides. We can't hear you. Halimah, I can't hear you. Halimah, sorry. So I can see you. I can see your slides. I can see that you move your lips, but I can't hear you. It seems as your microphone is at the lowest level or something as that. So your microphone is turned on. No, unfortunately, I still can't hear you. Maybe I will try to mute you and try to unmute you then. Maybe it will help. Okay, now you are muted. Let me try to unmute you. Maybe then it will be better. There should be the request to unmute yourself. Yeah. Can you try now? No, I can't hear you, unfortunately. There is some issue with your microphone. Okay, then I suggest now to make a break, a 15 minutes break. And then Halima, we will be in contact in the case that you resolve your issue with microphone. We can try to find some slot for your presentation, at least in the lunchtime, something as that. Sorry for the issue, but always some technical issue can appear when you're organizing an online conference. Okay, and then I suggest 15 minutes break till 10 and